welcome to Channel Sport this morning. It's great to have you join us again. I'm Taya Salam.
A very good morning to you from wherever you're watching us. This is the Friday edition of the show. Promises to be exciting as always. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Let's start you off with the news making the rounds from this part of the world. Let's tell you about the biggest track and field event that's going to go down in a few days' time. All is set for the Channel's track and field event with just about 5 days to go. All is set. The press conference was held yesterday, and everything that needs to be ready is ready. And all is left is for us to start discovering the stars that will be around for a time to come.
Yeah, I can't wait for this one to start. 5 days to go. Everything is ready, including the other events. That means to get to know when every race, every event will be held for the Channel's Under 17 Track and Field Classics. Also on the show, we're going to be talking about the Olympic Eagles. They're ready to defend their title. That's the Under 23 Africa Cup of Nations title in Egypt.
All right, so all the best to the guys. Hopefully they'll pick a slot and get to the Olympics. All right, let's still talking football on the show. Let's talk about the Nigeria Professional Football League. We're going to take a preview of match day 2, the matches to be played. Just to tell you as a side note that the matches involving Aqua United and Aqua Stars have been postponed. You want to know the reason why? I will tell you later on the show. But of course, expect a very solid preview of what's going to go down this weekend, where to be, the games to watch out for in the Nigeria Professional Football League.
All right then. So yeah, we'll be getting to that in a moment. We're not starting from the Nigerian Professional Football League. We're starting off with the Channel's Under 17 Track and Field Classic. It's 5 days to go. I mean, 5 days is just, before you know it, it's going to be over. And we're going to be talking about the action. And like
once you take the weekend out of it.
That's it. That's it, really. 5 days to go. It's getting ever closer, the second edition of the competition, the best when it comes to track and field for secondary school students. And like we said, there was a press conference, the World Press Conference that was held yesterday at the stadium in Surulere. And at that press conference, a lot was said. A lot of conclusions were reached as well, too, including the order of events. And we're going to run through those events and their order, on the show this morning. And we're starting off. Okay, right. Okay, let's take a chill pill. Let's relax a bit before we get to see the order of events. Let's see this report that was put together by our producer. Everything that you need to know about the Channel's Under 17 Track and Field Classics is contained in this report.
"2018 no doubt brought exciting moments for under-17 athletes from secondary schools across Lagos State. To keep to its promise to continue contributing its quota to the development of athletics from the grassroots, the Channel's Track and Field Classics is returning even bigger and better this year.
We have done one or two things to make amends and get better in what we did last year. And this year, we have increased the event from 8 to 10. Last year, we didn't have high jump, we didn't have discus. But this year, by the grace of God, we're going to have those events because we believe those are the events Nigeria are doing very well before today in the international circles. Hopefully, the next Olympic Games, prayerfully, I don't think we are there, but hopefully, with things, competitions such as this, and with private sectors getting involved and supporting government entities, probably will do well in 2020 Olympics.
The talents are just emanating. It's better for us to recognize those talents, which we are doing, to capture them and try to develop them.
Channels Television is not alone on this journey. The Lagos State Sports Commission is also partnering with the Classic.
It's a laudable program because they believe that we can get them young, right from the secondary or primary school. So that is why they are organizing this kind of event. And I believe for many people that have been representing this country in different sports, most of them were identified from school and they were nurtured to the stadium.
Apart from youth engagement, youth empowerment is also a platform to reduce juvenile delinquencies to the PRS minimum. So, on behalf of the Lagos State government and the Lagos State Sports Commission, I want to say a big thank you to Channels for this laudable project.
Here we go.
Okay.
With all said and done, then comes the unveiling of the running vests for this year.
Beautiful running vest. Yeah.
The countdown has begun, and the organizers say they are indeed ready for another exciting moment which the Track and Field Classics bring.
All right, there you have it. The Channels Under 17 Track and Field is really upon us now. You saw during their reports, officials of the Lagos State Sports Commission, officials of the school sports in Lagos were there already, and this is like a stamp of approval. It gives the competition credibility to have all those guys, be a part of this event.
Oh, of course, those kind of guys will not be involved in a sham, and
Yeah.
Channels doesn't get involved in things that lack credibility, and that's why a lot has been put into this. I mean, you can see the pictures, the vests to be used for the event is just colorful. Just looking at the vest, you might just, I wish I was part of this.
It's too old
And for those schools who didn't get a chance this year, just hope and pray. Obviously, we're going to make it bigger next year,
Of course.
so that you can participate and be, for those who will not be participating, I mean, there's always a role for you. Go there, enjoy, support your team, adopt schools you want to support, adopt athletes you want to support. Just be a part of it.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge, it's going to be big. You get the opportunity to say, I was there when this young lad was discovered. And don't miss every opportunity to take pictures. You never know. Those pictures might be worth $1 million in an auction 5-6 years down the line. You never know.
Yeah,
You never know.
No, because there's a lot of talents that will be on display. I have no doubts about it, because I remember last year as well too. The kind of talent I saw, I was very impressed. And of course, it's going to be a lot better. They say, let's run through the order of events for the Channels on
For the 2 days.
Track and Field. That's for the 13th of November, as well as the 14th of November. There you go. For the first day of action, the morning session, you're going to have the 200 meters girls heats and boys heats as well too. The long jump as well as the shot put, the 110 meters, all those. So the heats for all these events on your screen will happen on November 13th in the morning. On that same day, but this time in the afternoon, you're going to get to see the final of the 200 meters girls and boys, as well as the long jump, and the semifinals of the 400 meters shot put girls final, 4x400 meters final heats for boys and girls. And day two,
Day two, you have the 100 meters girls hits. Usually, that's what everybody wants to see. 100 meters boys hits. That's in the morning session. You have the 800 meter girls, 800 meters boys. You have the 100 meter hurdles for semifinals for the boys and the girls. You have the 100 meters boys semifinals, 4x400 girls hits, 4x400 boys hits. Then we'll go to the afternoon session where you have the event that always crowns any athletics event, the 100 meters girls final, 100 meters boys finals. You have the high jump boys final, 400 meters girls final. Also for the boys, 400 meters final. Then you have the final in all those boys and girls. You have the final in the 4x4, 100 meters for the girls and for the boys. Then closely followed by the 4x100 meters girls final, also boys final. And once all of this is done, then medal presentation, certificates,
Of participation.
group interviews.
Yeah.
That's probably time to take your pictures. Don't forget
Photo
that.
opportunities. Don't miss it.
Very important.
Don't miss it. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, we're all set, really. Like, we are literally set for the second edition of the channel's Track and Field Classics on the 17th. We can't wait for it to start. I was still going to come back here on Monday and, still do our final preview